Hey y'all, you hear the money song? Money, 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 money. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Let me stop this, y'all. Okay, I'm stopping it. I thought I'd play that kind of clip a little bit and everything stuff, but good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome, 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 welcome. Oh my God, I am so super seriously excited for this particular conference. This is so different from what I did before. Definitely a different shift in how to do things. I love the age of the internet because you can do obviously so many new and entrepreneurial style things that you couldn't do maybe 10, 15, even 20, 30 years ago. So this is really pretty awesome. So anyway, good morning. I am your hostess, and I am going to be the one who is going to walk you through this business conference for the rest of this week. Most of you guys know who I am. There may be other people come on who don't know who I am. So I am SJ. Let me formally introduce myself. I'm SJ Hornsberry. I am the founder and the CEO of SJ Hornsberry Productions. And if you want to get a little bit more information about my business, you can go to www.sjhornsberry.com. Okay, and that'll give you a little bit of a glimpse into what I do. I call myself more of an entertainment producer style person. The reason why I kind of chose to go with that title more so than others is because I don't necessarily see, even though my first love is film, and this is really where eventually I hope to take the businesses to really have my own film company. I do a lot of other things. I work with artists with their music. I work with artists with their businesses. I work with artists with their um, um, what else? Writing, teaching. So I do a lot of different things. My main passion that I have, that the thing that drives SJ, is because I really one, I love to teach, and then two, I really love helping people. I really love engaging with other people, talking to them, helping them get situated. Because I feel like, hey, if we're all trying to go towards a certain goal, and if I can help you make your goal even that much more closer to what you're wanting to do, then I'm successful. And so that has always been my mantra. It's always been my theme, is to really be very, very helpful, very, very encouraging, really try to get people to really walk in that thing that they feel like they were either called to be, or that they were very passionate about. So I love working with passionate people. I mean, I'm a passionate person myself. I love working with passionate people. So anyway, today, and I did not, let me do this real quick, because if I don't, and as soon as I get involved, start really moving, somebody's going to call me, trust me, and I did not put my phone on silent. So we're going to do that right now. All right. Once again, today is October 1st, and my name is SJ Hornsberry. I am the founder of SJ Hornsberry Production. To put a little bit of meat to this, I think I've explained this before in one of my other videos I've done on my page, but I'll explain it again. I originally, in 2016, 2016, I actually did a conference, which was my first conference, and it was an art. It was sort of like an artistic conference in the art, and it was in while I was actually in college. And the first conference that I did, what I did was I brought together about 6, 7 different speakers who were professionals in their field, in their respective field. I had a producer, I had a cinematographer, I had a music composer, I had a writer, we had a couple of actors, acting coaches. It was really geared towards the film industry, and to give people who were interested in the film industry, they wanted to get more information, They wanted to find out how to break into the business, what kind of things they needed to do, yada, 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 that sort of thing. And that was really actually a success. It really went very well. Matter of fact, one of the funny stories about that time frame was that I actually, when I put this information out, I did it, I tweeted it out, on my Twitter page. And I had a response came back from a family that was in New York. And the lady she emailed me. She's like, okay, I'm coming. I'm bringing my two sons. And I'm like, I was like, well, ma'am, this is like a local conference. It wasn't like this big, humongous conference. We didn't have like a whole bunch of people. But I said, this is like a local conference. Are you sure you want to make that trip? Because this is kind of a far deal to come all the way from New York. She said, yeah, I'm coming. I'm going to bring my sons and everything. So I said, okay, well, if you're going to bring your two sons, well, we'll make it worthwhile. I'll contact the school, maybe get you to do because the sons were young. I said, maybe they can do a tour of the campus, and that way they can see the campus and learn about the campus and so forth. But they actually came to the conference, which was really pretty cool. And it turned out to be probably one of the best conferences I ever had. I just love that family. So I'm really excited as to what's going to happen with this conference. This one's a little bit different. We are doing it Facebook Live, it is a little bit more intimate than the last conference that I did. A lot of similarities with these conferences. I don't know what the deal is with this because the first conference, my mother had just passed, probably maybe about a month or two before that, and actually like a couple of months before that. And then this conference, we just had a death in the family, and so this is a little bit more sentimental to me, today. But I may need to. Not quite sure what deal is with it. It's a little strange, but anyway, I know Mom is looking down. I know she's proud and she's rooting me on and cheering us on and everything stuff. But anyway, so all right, so let's just get back to what I was talking about. So today, the conference starts tonight. It starts at 7 p.m. Where my first speaker that I'm going to have on that's going to talk to you is going to be Dr. Ron Duggins. Dr. Ron is actually a very, very, not only is he a good friend of mine, he was my professor when I was in school at UCA. He is probably one of the most phenomenal business coaches that I know of, and I actually was very, very blessed. Like even after I came out of school, I had three mentors that really kind of helped me and encouraged me in starting a business. I had a desire, I had passion, but I needed to have some instruction. And one of the things that the word says, my son, heed instruction from the Father. Sometimes it pays to actually have, okay. So let me put this in a different way because I feel something happening here. I think one of the reasons why we tend not to succeed as much as we ought to or should, or really kind of maybe make that transition that we need to in the business realm or even in other realms or areas of our lives, is that we do not have the father figure, the mother figure. We don't have those people, the wisdom of the elders. There's a very interesting story in the Bible where it talks about Solomon's son. Okay, this is not in my notes, so I'm just going to flow as Holy Ghost gives it to me. So in the Word of God, there is an actual story, and there's a lot of backstory to it and stuff as well, because David did what he did, and then Solomon took over the reign of David. And the Lord had told David that, he was going to basically punish. There was going to come a time, I think, that he was going to punish Solomon for his infidelity. Well, actually, he did tell. Okay, let me step back. Solomon married like 900 wives, which I don't even understand that. But he married so many different wives, his heart got turned from the Lord. And when his heart got turned from the Lord, and he followed after his wives' gods, what happened was the Lord said, because that you've done this, I'm going to take the kingdom out of your hand. And he said, and I'm going to give it to someone else. He said, however, because of your father David, I'm going to leave you two, and then I'll take the other 10, which is why the 10, his son came, and this is where I was going. His son came after him, Rehoboam, and Rehoboam was approached by the people as to how he was going to reign. Was he going to make their burdens lighter than his father did? And he listened to the elders. The elders gave him wise instruction and told him to say, hey, listen to the people and this and that and blah, 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 blah. But he also went back and listened to his friends, his peers, the people that are around him. And when he did that, he took their advice, and the people rebelled. And of course, the kingdom was split. 10 went to Jeroboam, and 2 went to Rehoboam. And so that was the original split, what happened with the kingdom of Israel. Now, I'm sharing this story because this is not in my notes, y'all. This was not in my notes. I just feel like this was just led into this particular topic. The reason why I'm saying this is because I feel like so many of us have not really successfully, or is not as successful as we should, because of the fact that we do not listen to our elders. We have negated, or we have gone away from wise instructions. And so we end up falling and tripping and making mistakes and making errors, because there are people out there who can tell you the pitfalls. There are people out there who can say, hey, don't do this, or try this, or maybe change it this way. And I'm hoping the conference for this week, this course this week that we're going to do this teaching, I'm hoping that this is what's really transmitted and imparted into you this week, if nothing else, that you get the wisdom of the counselors, you get the wisdom of those who have gone before you. Sometimes there's a saying, why try to reinvent the wheel? If it's not broken, don't try to fix it. There are certain things, even in the business realm, that are foundational to the business realm. There's certain types of building blocks that you have to follow, instructions that you have to follow. You can do things a little bit different. Nobody's saying you have to follow the exact same path. What we're saying is there are certain things that has worked in the past, and if you learn how to take it and really and build upon those foundational pieces, you can really make a go of your business. It is very, very difficult. I have been in the entrepreneurial business now probably a good 10 years. I think, actually, no, probably since 2011. So not quite 10, it's probably like 8 or 9. So I've been in it for a while. And I am here to tell you, I made a lot of mistakes starting out. I made a lot of the mistakes, the errors were things that I could have fixed if I had listened. The mistakes, the error, or the different things that I experienced or that I went through. Some things were things that I brought on myself. Other things were things that I could have avoided if I had a mentor. And I have been so blessed because I had 3 mentors coming out of school that gave me some wise instruction and that I have really tried to build upon. And so I'm going to impart some of the things that I have learned. I'm going to be coming next tomorrow to teach. But tonight, you have a mentor that is coming on. And I'm telling you, get your notebook out. Let me just say, I'm going to say this again. Let me reinforce this. Get your notebooks out. Get the notebook, the pencil, the paper. Write down the things that you hear. Ask a lot of questions, because trust me, he loves it when you ask him questions. Ask him questions. If you don't understand, email me. I'm going to put my email address on there. I'm going to post that. So if you have any questions, please email me. Please pull on the speakers this week. I cannot stress this more than enough. Please pull on them. Please, ask them what they have done. Ask them what you can do. Share some of your things. Share some feedback. If you want to post some of your experiences, if you want to share some of your stories, if you want to ask a question that, hey, I experienced this, what could I have done in this? And any of the speakers will be there to really kind of comment on it. Make this course worth what you're paying for, because if you just sit back and listen, you don't ask questions, you don't do anything, I feel like you're not going to get everything that you really need from this course. And I want you, everybody that's coming in and joining with me this week, we all want you to be successful. We all want you to make it. We all want you to grow from this experience. I want you to walk away from this experience and feeling like this is probably the best week I spent because I invested it in myself. That $25, that's a minimal investment in yourself and in your business and in your vision. Nobody can do it but you. Nobody can really make this a success but you. You have to be willing to take the thing and see if it's worth the effort, see if it's even worth even going into that direction. And then be brutally honest with yourself. Even if the things that you hear to this week and you find out about what it takes to really be an entrepreneur, be brutally honest and ask yourself those questions. Do I have what it takes to start a business? Because it is not easy. It is not an easy road. There's a lot of heartaches, there's a lot of tears, and there's a lot of things, there's a discipline that you have to really put in place to make this thing a success. All right, so that's my spiel for this morning. I'm going to post this video. Please, guys, take advantage of it. Ask a lot of questions. Make sure you connect with the speakers. Make sure you connect with me. We'll make all of the information available that you need to have. And I'm telling you, I hope you just enjoy this time frame. I wish all of you the success. I know you can do it. I'm in your corner and I'm rooting for you. You got the wisdom of the elders behind you this week. Access it and make it work for you. God bless you, and I look forward to talking to each and every one of you in this week as this week goes on. Okay? All right. So I'm ending this video. Look for Dr. Ron tonight, Dr. Ron Duggins. He will be on tonight around 7 o'clock, somewhere around that time frame. Okay? All right. Love you guys much. Bye.